Hello, I'm Keith Brown, and with summer right around the corner, it's a good time to talk about how to improve our heat resilience. Those of us that have grown up in the South, worked here for a long time, we already understand about heat stress, and we know we're more vulnerable early in the season and then later in the summer when those extended periods of extreme heat occur. And today, we're going to talk more about how to mitigate those and make ourselves more resilient to heat. Heat stress and heat strain is cumulative according to several studies and research. Dr. Glenn Kenny from the University of Ottawa conducted such a study in 2018 in which he used various types of biometric devices and monitored dehydration in workers. And he realized during that study that heat strain becomes more significant as the work week progresses unless people take measures to mitigate. While there are many factors to consider when talking about heat stress and heat strain, we're going to focus mostly on dehydration, cardiac strain, and electrolyte depletion. Collectively, these are known as heat strain, and that's how I'll refer to this topic as we move forward. Heat strain, simply put, is the sum of the processes used to dissipate heat from the body. Among those processes is sweating, increased heart rate, and a dilation of the blood vessels near the surface of our skin. Those work in conjunction to cool our bodies. However, in the South, where it's hot and humid, our sweat doesn't evaporate efficiently, so we don't get a good cooling effect. That can lead to extended periods of increased heart rate. We can become dehydrated, have electrolyte depletion, and by the end of the week, we can be very tired if we don't take advantage of our time off to rest and recover. We can be at higher risk for heat strain during periods of strenuous work if we have to wear heavy protective clothing and certain types of PPE that limits airflow and our ability for our sweat to evaporate. Mature people, people that are overweight, certain types of medications, those of us that are less fit, and during those heat waves that sometimes we see early in the summer when we're not quite acclimated to the heat, and then during those extended periods of extreme heat late in the summer. Being resilient takes training and planning. Elite athletes, extreme athletes, and elite military units are good examples of groups of people that have to acclimate to the environments that they're going to be working in and to the physical activities they're going to undertake. They have nutrition plans, they hydrate properly, they're fit, they maximize their off time and off day recovery, and they have reasonable lifestyle changes to help them be resilient for their undertakings. What can we do to improve our heat resilience? We can be self-aware and know our limitations, especially during periods of extreme heat early in the season before we've had an opportunity to fully acclimate. Our age, our health, and our medications are important considerations, as is our true level of fitness. We should monitor our urine color and hydrate appropriately, be aware of prolonged periods of elevated heart rate, and any signs or symptoms of heat stress. In those cases, we should increase our work rest cycles. We should acclimate to both the heat and the workload. It takes a few days, sometimes several days. Have a hydration plan and remember that as we get more acclimated, we sweat more, so it takes more water, not less. And eat regularly, despite having a suppressed appetite in hot season, in hot temperatures. We need to eat regularly to make sure we're replenishing our nutrients and our electrolytes. We should avoid big, heavy meals during periods of extreme heat and eat lighter and more frequently to replace our electrolytes and ensure proper nutrition. When possible, we should eat high water content fruits and vegetables and have a good hydration plan. Remember, acclimated workers need more water, not less. We should drink a little bit of water before work, drink small amounts frequently during work, and then again after work. Proper balance of nutrition and hydration will avoid a condition called hyponatremia, which is low sodium, which can be very dangerous. We should take full advantage of our off hours and off days, eat right, rest, and hydrate. We should start preparing now so we will have a reasonable level of fitness by the time the hot weather arrives. And when it gets here, we should limit our alcoholic drinks, sugary drinks, and caffeinated drinks, especially during periods of extreme heat. Remember to rest, sleep, and recover, and prepare for the work week ahead by hydrating, prepping our meals, having proper attire laid out, and being self-aware. In closing, I would like to remind you about the great resources available from the Center for Disease Control in OSHA, including OSHA's Heat Index app. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and work carefully in the heat this summer.